Morning. Welcome back to the channel. Straight my hat. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Love 500. Welcome back to what is at the moment a one-off video. This may turn into another series. Let me explain why. Let's get into it. Let me explain where I'm off to now. As you can see, I'm sitting in the 500X. It is -4. Lovely. Yeah, coldest January night in London for 12 years. Supposed to be doing the Project Barry, but it's just too cold. So let's get into it. Let's explain where we're going, what we're doing today. Right, so excuse the quality of the sound. I will try and adjust it, but I'm using my phone rather than the camera. So where are we today? So for those of you who've been with me some time, back in 2021, I did 2 grey cars. One of them being called Project Christian, as in Project Christian Grey. It was a really nice grey lounge with 16-inch wheels on it. It was really nice one. Very minor damage, cat N. Did a little bit of paint on the bumper. I think I put a new wing on. There wasn't very much to do at all. Had some suspension issues. I had to change the bottom arm. I think I did the leg and so on and so forth. If you may remember it. I had a message from the mother of the girl who bought it. She passed her test a week ago. On Saturday, today's Monday, on Saturday, she was going down a country lane towards where she lives near Biggin Hill, and she hit, at 20 miles an hour, she hit some black ice a week after she's passed her test. So not an experienced driver, and I'm sure they don't teach you when you learn to drive how to control a skid. I expect they probably do it in the theory. I don't know, it's a long time since I've took a driving test, but yes, she hit the bank and the car turned over onto its side. She was dragged out of the passenger side, which is undamaged, by some passers-by in other cars, I think. She was with her dog at the time. Her and the dog are completely uninjured. The car is slightly more injured, and I'll put the pictures up of it now as that was sent to me, so you can see what the damage is. As you can see, it's all down one side, basically. So it looks like it needs a bonnet, a driver's wing, a driver's door, a repair to the A-pillar, a repair to the rear quarter, a mirror, a headlight. That's possibly it. Now I asked, oh sorry, that's my wipers going. I asked, they're frozen. I asked how, the car, is there anything wrong with the suspension, do you think? Because, there could well be. And they said her husband drove it home and it drives fine. So I forgot to ask, and I will ask, how did you right it back onto its wheels? Because if someone's just tipped it and it's gone bang back onto its wheels, I would have expected to see some damage to the suspension. I won't really know. They said they've driven it and it drives fine. Obviously an inspection underneath would be needed to see if anything's got bent, i.e. bottom arm or leg, I would imagine. Don't know, I'm going to crawl underneath and have a look. So that's, in a nutshell, that's where I'm going. I'm going over to New Addington now. I'm just sitting here. I've turned the heater off now, but as you can see, I've just scraped the car, and I'm just waiting for the window to defrost, but I've turned the fan off so it doesn't interfere with me recording now. So yes, I'm off there now to have a look. I've made a note of parts that I think it needs, or I know it needs. And I've been scouring eBay over the last couple of days, and I have found potentially all of the parts. The only thing I'm unsure about is a door. There's a door in Sandwich down in Kent, which is dark grey. I've messaged them to ask them what dark grey it is. They haven't come back to me yet. I found a wing in colour, which is in Colchester, which would need to be picked up. I found a bonnet, which is expensive at £210 delivered, but it is a bonnet in colour. That's been confirmed. It's in the right colour. The rest of it's painting and filling and possibly, yeah, headlight obviously. So I've estimated that I reckon parts wise we're looking at £600 or £700, and I don't know what I'm going to charge to do it if they decide to do it. They were third party fire and theft, so they're not claiming on their insurance, In fact, they haven't even told their insurance that it's happened. There was no street furniture damaged, no other vehicles involved. So you know, in theory, they don't need to tell the insurance company, because they only push their premium up, even if they don't claim. Well, they can't claim anyway because it's third-party fire and theft. So potentially, if they decide not to do it, I might buy it back from them, or I will repair it for them. So you know, I'm thinking if I charge them about, I don't know, 400 quid to repair it, maybe. It's quite a bit of work. You know, there is filling and painting potentially to do. I don't know whether a lot of it is scraping. I'll try and hopefully film some of it when we get there, and see if we can see it closer up, and take some pictures maybe. But yeah, potentially it's some filling needed in the there's definitely some filling in the A pillar. You can see that there's a dent in there. Wheel arch, possibly a bit of rubbing down, a bit of painting. There might be a little bit of filling, but I believe I think Alex at Car Salvage 101 said to me a while ago that colour is quite an easy colour to match and spray. So yeah, going by that, it might be all right. It might be savable, providing there's not any damage underneath, really. Luckily, it didn't fall on its roof. It only fell on its side. Only doing 20 miles an hour, so it's probably done it quite gently. It's probably not been over the top. Obviously, the mirror's destroyed and things like that. Door handle's gone. They can all be bought. There's always the chance that you get a door with them included, even sometimes. But you know, I've got mirrors. It's just that maybe the coloured one, or you can buy them on eBay for like 40 quid. Hopefully, and you can get one in that grey colour. But that's where we are. That's where I'm going. And I will do some filming, as I say, hopefully when I get there, and then I'll let you know what we decide. Also, on Copart today, there is a grey car which is it's a Cat S, and it says rear damage, but you can barely, there's a crack in the bumper, but apart from that you can't see any damage. It's 96,000 miles at the moment. It's at 500 and something. I've estimated if I could get that for about £1,000 and they want it to be repaired, I could use that rather than do that car up with 96,000 miles. I believe that it's an X, it's not a customer car, it is an X, so it's an insurance car, but there potentially could be something else wrong with it, which is why they've written it off. It may have been written off once before, maybe that's why they've done it, but yeah, it doesn't look like there's hardly any damage to it. So that's at Sandwich. So if I can manage to get that, then I would have, I think it's the same colour, it's the same year, so potentially it is exactly the same colour, and all the parts that are needed are on that car. So potentially I could use it, but we won't know. Let's go. I'm going to go there now. Let's get there, and then we can estimate, and we'll come back and let you know how we get on. So see you in a bit. Right, we are here. I went down the same road that she had the accident on. I just driven down it myself, trying to see if I could see. It was the most direct route, but I was also trying to see if I could find where she'd hit, but I couldn't see anything. I did take it rather tentatively, but yeah, it was fine. Anyway, let's go and have a knock on the door. I think her dad's here, and we can take a look. So it looks like the bumper can probably be saved. Yeah, I mean the water bottle might have gone, but again, you know, with the impact. Yeah. But because the headlight has obviously been pushed back, that might have damaged that. But again, you know, yeah, they're only cheap anyway. But
I'm surprised that's still working.
They often do, you know. Yeah. Sometimes the lights are like hanging out, and it's completely obliterated, and they still work, amazingly. So that's just where the wing's pushed in. That's not an issue. Take it the rest of the mirror was obliterated on the side of the road, I imagine, wasn't it? Yeah. This bit down here is that's a little bit pushed in, but that will repair. That will definitely repair.
Yeah, like I say, anything that comes back package up.
Right. I have had a look, as you can see there. It's all savable. It is all savable. It's just a matter of getting the parts, really. So that one I mentioned today, I told him about that, and of course, if I can manage to get hold of that one on Copart today, which I believe is the right colour, then all will be good, and I can use those parts, and it won't take any running around. He said that he will actually, you know, there's the Colchester one and the Sandwich one. Potentially, he said that he could go and pick up some parts. My glasses are steaming up. We are actually on the road now. where she had the accident. I'm not quite sure where. I think I know where it was. She was coming the other way. I'm going to turn the camera around when I get to it and show you exactly where it was. I'm going to take my glasses off because they're steaming up. Yeah, I had an accident on this very road. I think it was just there. It might have been a little bit further on. There's a tree right on the edge, really old, thick tree trunk, and there was a car coming towards me, a bit like these ones are now, in the middle of the road. And I was an inexperienced driver. We're going back to the mid-80s, and it was either a head-on collision or going to the side. I went into the side, and it's quite narrow. People come around those bends quite quick. And yeah, I hit this tree, buckled all my suspension up. Fly tipping. Right, I don't think it was this bend. It might have been actually that bend. So she was coming the other way. I think it was the bend up here. So we're going up the hill, she was coming down it. So I think it's this bend up here. I think there's a car just about to come around it here. I think it was there-ish. She's gone into the bank on what is now my left hand side. I can't see any indentations, but I think it was just here. Yeah, fire brigade came. They righted the car. The car was righted sort of on a bank and then pulled off by the fire brigade. So there is no damage to the suspension. The wheels are straight. Oh, it's a great big skip lorry now coming down. Yeah, the wheels are straight, all the gaps are right, so there's no issues whatsoever with the suspension. So you hear the planes flying over my house. If you can just see on the right hand side there, a Spitfire and a Hurricane. It's a Biggin Hill. Biggin Hill Airport. That's what used to be the Royal Air Force Park just there. So yeah, so on our way back home now. Yeah, we just got. I'm going to speak to him. Let me just swap the camera back round. Yeah, so I am going to hopefully bid on that car, and if we can get it, so much the better. That will solve a lot of problems. And he wants it done. I said to him, I'm not a body shop. I can do it to a degree. That rear quarter is not fantastic, and that will need some work doing on that. I will be able to do it to a degree again, and paint it. There will be a fair few bits of pulling to do. Now the bonnet could be repaired, but there are dents in it, and the lip is over. So I would like to think that I could get some money back for some of these parts, and then give them the money. I'd like to think I can. Same goes for the door, really. There's some value in the bits for the door, so I would harvest what I can out of the door and either sell those, or try and sell the door as a complete thing for someone to repair. There are, the A pillar, sort of up the A pillar, and then sort of just above the door. That's had a good scrape, so that will need some rubbing down and some filling as well, and obviously painting. So there's a fair bit of painting to do, which will be a good experiment for me. Only problem, of course, at this time of the year is the weather. Unless it warms up, I can't do the painting. I need to have some relative warmth to be able to do it. But he wants to bring the car around to me, obviously, as soon as possible. And I've told him that potentially, hopefully, this week there'll be two cars I've got that are going. The other one is drivable once the seats are put back in. It's MOT taxed insured, so that can certainly be parked out on the road for the time being, and I can get on and do it. So obviously he wants it done as soon as possible. So I've told him that a ballpark figure, about £1,000 in total. So I'm only going to charge about 300 quid to do it. So about £1,000. So, and he's happy with that. He says if it's a bit more, it's a bit more. So what we'll do is we'll start and see if we can get some parts today, like door handle, mirror, that type of thing. Then she has got the mirror cover, which is scratched up, so I would need paint anyway. But if I can get one in grey, I'll get one in grey. If not, I'll just get one in any colour and paint it. yeah, so about grand. Hopefully we can make a start on it next week with a bit of luck. I might even take a couple of days off work to get it done. If I take a couple of days off during some retirement and rest days, I'll get the best part of the week off. If I've got midweek rest days, and then I could actually potentially get it done in a week. You never know, weather permitting. It's all down to the weather at the end of the day. Anyway, enough of that for now. I will come back later and let you know how we get on with the auction. In fact, I'll film the auction later. It's at 12 o'clock. It's 10 past 12 now. Sorry, 10 past 11 now. I'm not sure what number it is in the auction, but we'll come back and we'll film that auction and see if we get that car. I'm not that hopeful that I'm going to get it, but you never know. You never know. Alright, this is the car we were talking about. So, as far as we know, it's the same year. It's a 2012. So hopefully it's the same colour. So as you can see, there's nothing wrong with it there. Nothing wrong with it there. So bonnet, wing, door, all okay, which is what we want. Nothing wrong with it there. Nothing wrong with it there. The only thing, I haven't got to that yet, grey interior, one key, all okay under there, dirty as usual, but apart from that, 96,000 miles. There's no lights on that shouldn't be, although we have an exclamation mark, the generic warning in there. Apart from fuel, seat belt, door open and handbrake, nothing else on that shouldn't be. That's the only damage as far as I can see. So whether there's something behind there, but we don't care about that. It's all good at the front. So if we come out of that, so it's up within the next 10-15 minutes. It's number 58. I think we're around the 40 mark at the moment. It's gone up during the day to 750. I don't want to pay any more than £1,000 for that. So maybe 1,050, because there is that psychological thing of people stop when it hits 1,000. So if we go into the auction, see what number it's at. Turn the silly music off. We're at 46, so we've got another 12 to go. So we'll come back when the auction's up and see if we can win it. Okay, here we go. See if anyone bids. Nobody? Oh, just about to. Someone did. Okay. See if anyone else wants to. 825. 800 rather. Oh. 875. 850. Keep looking at that rather than that. That bit. 900. 950. 1,000. Oh, someone really wants this one. It's my last bid. No. 1,300. Do I want to bid any more than that? One more. That's it. No more. Bonus time. This is more than I wanted to pay, but once you add fees on, far more. Bonus time. But going by the price of parts now, I'll be quids in anyway. Got it. Got it. Brilliant. Too much, but got it anyway. Right, evening guys. It is now Thursday night. I won that car on Monday. I contacted Mustafa, who usually does the local ones down that way for me, from Rochford. He was out of the country, so he couldn't do it for me. So I thought, Rochford's quite close, so let's have a look, see how much it is for, and then it said Amazon then, for Copart to deliver directly. So I went on to the website, and you can quite easily get a price for delivery now. It's very easy to do since they updated their website. It said £100 plus VAT, so that's £120. But what they do, in case you don't know, is if you get them to deliver it, they deduct the £40 plus VAT. So what, £48 for the loading fee. They take that off. So that made my delivery £72.55p. So that's the cheapest delivery ever. Now the only issue with that is it is now Thursday, sort of 3-4 days later, and I've not heard a peep from them. They say they aim to deliver the car within 5 working days. It will be 5 working days. I think that does that include, I don't know, I'm not sure whether that includes the day of the auction or not. So I paid on the evening of Monday, on Monday evening, and I've not heard from them yet, and it's Thursday evening now, so I was sort of hoping it might come tomorrow, but I was talking via Instagram Messenger. I was talking to Alex on Car 101 Salvage, because he said he often gets them delivered from Newbury to his house, and he said they call you the day before and tell you that it's coming the next day, and then you will normally get a call from the driver an hour before. So as I haven't had a call today, we can safely assume it's not going to come tomorrow. So hopefully I'll get a call from them tomorrow and it will come on Monday, because the car is arriving over the weekend sometime. They are bringing the smashed up one is going to be coming over Saturday or Sunday, and then I'm actually working on Monday, but I am off on Friday, next Friday. So I've actually taken time off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I want to see if I can get it done for them within that week. They are most appreciative. The lady, when I told her I've won that car, I mean, obviously I don't know for certain that it's the same colour. I'm hoping it is. She said I almost cried. So yeah, I want to get it done, see if I can get it done ASAP, and keep the cost down for them as well by buying that car myself. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to charge them for the minimum amounts that I would have paid for those parts. That's what I'll charge them for. And then we'll come on to that car when we get it. So I'm going to end this video here. The next video on this car will be one when the other car arrives, the car I've bought, and also of course when I'll film the car when I receive it over the weekend, and then that'll be on the next video. And then after that we can then start the transformation. There's a lot of work to do. Obviously so changing the door, changing the wing, changing the bonnet, repairing the front bumper, repairing the back bumper. I think I can probably do, weather permitting, even though it's January and it gets dark by just after 4, I think I can get that done in a day. And then I was going to say then all we've got to do, and that will obviously transform it somewhat. And then we have to do the bit on the A-post. We need to do the bit just on the edge of the driver's door, down the side of the driver's door on the sort of rear quarter panel, and also the wheel arch as well. And that'll be it. I'll probably give it a good clean as well. I don't know what the seats are like, I can't remember. I'll give it a good valet. Got to change the lock in the barrel, of course. Hopefully the lock in the barrel is not damaged. Obviously I need to change that as well. There certainly didn't appear to be any issues with the hinges on the door. It's basically fallen over and gone along and scraped, isn't it? So there's no damage there. So there's a bit of filling to do, bit of painting. Should be fun. That rear quarter, just as it meets the bumper, that's going to need the old welding puller on that to pull that back into shape, and then obviously we'll have to fill it as well. But I'm quite looking forward to doing it. As I say, I'm hoping if I can start it Tuesday, if I've got that other car by then, if I start it Tuesday, I'm hoping I can get it finished by Friday. We'll see. So that'll be on a video next week. So, and yeah, we've got another video for you lined up for Wednesday, but you'll see probably next Sunday, you'll probably see, hopefully you'll see some of this car. So until then, as always, if you're not a subscriber, where are we? Up there. Click on the button for us, give us a thumbs up, look forward to your comments down there, and yes, until the next one, as always, thanks for watching, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.